I wasn't the biggest fan of the first Deadpool. It was okay, it was pretty decent. I appreciated it, but it was kind of riding the fact that it was one of the first big R-rated superhero films in the current age quite hard. There wasn't a lot else to it really. A lot of the gags fell quite flat and the constant meta-humor gridlocked possible immersion, and the mediocre budget was exposed quite often. This new one felt like a massive step up. It makes the first feel like a beta test. If Deadpool is an empty burger bun, then Deadpool 2 is like a full-on Big Mac. The jokes are better, there's a collection of really cool characters that you care about, the action is more exciting, there are genuine stakes, and I felt the meta aspect was no longer a gimmick but fully ingrained into the story itself. Literally everything is a step up, including Reynolds himself. I found Deadpool to be a bit annoying in the first one, but here his jokes are so much better written and there's an actual arc for the character. The movie started off with pretty much the same stuff from the first film. Dead jokes, too much jokes, everywhere jokes. Then all of a sudden a catastrophe befalls Ward, and about 15 minutes in you start to feel like, hey, I'm actually watching a proper film now. Deadpool loses himself in life and ends up in a prison for mutants. There he slowly comes to from his retreat and tasks himself with protecting a young mutant called Firefist from a cyborg who appeared from the future called Cable, intent on killing the kid. The cyborg's played by Josh Brolin, an actor who I've often thought to be a bit on the bland side. However, his deadpan delivery and expressionless face was perfect for the stone-cold gruff Cable. One of the things I felt Deadpool as a character would benefit from would be to have contrasting personalities around him to play off. Having him as the center character with not very interesting supporting characters isn't the best idea. He's the dark horse, the anomaly, the weird one, and it's so much to the film's benefit that there's a big roster of interesting characters in the movie for Reynolds to bounce off of, especially Cable. The script I thought was excellent. As well as all the jokes and pop culture references that everyone came for, it actually contained some terrific surprises in the narrative, and all the loose ends and themes are nicely rounded off at the end. Director David Leitch picked up the project after Tim Miller left after creative differences. Leitch's background is in stunt work and action coordination, and it shows. Excusing a few instances of shoddy CGI, the movie has some great action sequences. The prison fight between Deadpool and Cable was the best of the bunch, and there was also a group attack on a prison convoy that perfectly balanced genuine tension, roller coaster action, and laugh out loud gags. One of the things I've always been a fan of in action movies is where the elements play a big part. Like say two characters fighting having to dodge lava since they're on a volcano planet like in Star Wars 3, or in Jackie Chan movies where people are always picking up whatever they can find and throwing things at each other. I love the sense of improvisation and the mixing up of it all, not simply CGI characters throwing punches at each other that defy physics. Deadpool has some terrific sequences, some notable weapons, from Cable's awesome gun to Deadpool using his own broken arm to strangle someone. Whilst the first one felt like, hey guys, we made an R-rated film, come and watch, or the filmmakers being so surprised and shell-shocked that they got the opportunity they didn't really know what to do with it, Deadpool 2 feels like everyone sat down, they came up with a great story that was relevant to the main character, they spent time getting the casting right, the jokes right, the action right, everything just fell into place with this one. I give it an 8 out of 10.